This should fit well enough. You can't see the whole screen because it's just cut off. I made it just too small. I have a feeling the video size is going to fluctuate throughout the entire series. But yeah, I'm gonna do it during the tournament. I've already got the letters T and V set up. The winner of each letter. All the bots are built by me with one exception. Well, two exceptions. I'll get to those when they occur. They're because the previous champions, but I don't have a version of them right now that I built myself. So I'm just gonna use them. Should built by someone else because they're recreates of real life robots. But that was because I wanted to include every champion. But yeah, this is gonna be divided up into small divisions based on the letter that the robot name starts with, and then lowercase letters of their own group. Because this game has them at the end of the alphabet and box lists, so it's just easier to count them separate. I've got a notebook here with all the heats and the order I should do them and how many bots there were in each and what the format's gonna be. All I'm gonna say is that there is really only gonna be one. The most confusing heat is gonna end up being the letter P, which is the 11th group we do of the 20. So there are 28 groups, but 9 of them are combined together into one group, so there are really only 20. So there are 22 winners, the right and the runner-ups will be written as I do. Basically, I'm gonna just have notes. I knew it. We would have fluctuating camera sizes. This one's smaller and less centered than the last one. But since I have the bracket set up this time, you're actually going to see the full video. So I recorded a video already that you're going to get to see the first 2 minutes of because it's a good intro, but that'll probably be spliced in after this video's intro. Where it was like 20 minutes and I just spent the entire time setting up the bracket. I don't know if I'm going to do the entirety of Heat T in this one, since this thing has 44 bots. But I'm going to at least get some of it done. Again, disclaimers. Actually, no, the intro for a lot of those, but yes, RA2 Mega Tournament, all my builds, plus a couple ones that aren't mine. All the bots are organized by letter, with a few exceptions that, again, that we mentioned, I think. And, the fights are just kind of the bots, the order that I put them into bot file, just like, if I put you first, then you the 1 seed, fault, the 2, the 3, the 4, yeah. Now, enough rambling, on to the first fight, where we are in the qualifying round right now, so all the bots are going to be a bit later on. As our first fight will be the Gap, taking on Twin Paradox. Twin Paradox, the Undercutter spinning, Gap, the buzzer signals the start of the match. I might turn sound effects down. I'm going to turn sound effects down. This is loud. This is way too loud. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. This is way too loud. Not now. Sorry, just some other stuff. Right now it's quieter. And off the start, the Gap kind of spinning around. I've got that flipping weapon, but I don't think it's going to come into play much here against Twin Paradox. I mean, it's Twin Paradox. And Twin Paradox has somehow lost their weapon. How do you lose your weapon? I guess maybe the angle grinder hit the steel bar instead of their disc, and that caused them to take more damage. I mean, since that's has less armor, that caused it to fall off. Because that's the only explanation I can think of. It doesn't even hold up because the steel bar is still on there, so the disc was literally being hit by the angle grinder and just fell off. And the gap can't even take advantage because it's the gap. Paradox bailing for the pit at this point because because nobody wants to die of boredom. And Toy Paradox advance. They will be the 21 seed and will fight Terrapin in the first round. Should we switch up the arena? I think we'll do a different arena for the rest of this tournament. But do we not have the Robo Games arena? Come on. I'd do it in the Robo Games arena if we had it, because it's like perfect. Alright, you know what? Quick detour. I'm gonna add the Robo Games arena to this, and you guys are gonna see all of it. So, actually, you're only gonna see part of it, because you guys can barely see. Arenas, and then we're gonna go to downloads. And now we're gonna go to a not working version of RA2 that has this arena. This one I may be actively using, but I can copy it. This cause problems. No, that's just the cameras. We're good. Just wow, I gotta find the Robo Games. Robo Games. There we go. Copy. Paste. Robo Games. Alright, that should work. Now, just to make this easier, I'm just gonna just copy. Copy the silver. Copying the arenas over, so we just have that arena list. So yay, we have a lot of arena options and a sound file randomly for the bit per siren. So yay, things work better. Gotta go over here and figure out a way to close out of this. There we go. This is gonna be left in because we already have to do a lot of fights, and I ain't editing this that much. I'm just gonna edit in that 2 minutes. Or maybe that'll just be a separate video. I don't know. Actually, I might not even include it. Basically, we just have a bunch of heats already set up. Stuff. There's a lot of options now. Let's do the BattleBots library. Actually, that's probably what we should have done. How to start, actually. So our next fight's gonna be the Hassix Hog v Turtle Roadkill. This fight is gonna suck because the Hassix Hog sucks, and Turtle Roadkill doesn't suck, but it's a rammer. Legit, our only hope is Hassix Hog somehow getting underneath and flipping Turtle Roadkill, or Turtle Roadkill somehow using its awkward shape to topple Hassix Hog. And the Hassix Hog can't self-right, and the Hassix Hog shall bow out to Turtle Roadkill. I never have for more than 10 seconds, I'm counting that, so Turtle Roadkill, guys. Saving everyone like half their lives. Anyway, next up, I have to go to 2v2 now. Blue, that is Turbo. And make both their opponents the kegs. All spinner battle here, it's all gonna come down to the driving and the damage. The kegs don't have chassis, Turbo does. That's a massive advantage for Turbo. But at the same time, Turbo's a full body spinner, a lot of power, and no exposed parts. The kegs has an exposed weapon motor, exposed wheels, exposed everything. They're literally built on a pixel. I used pixel chassis as the base, because that was going to be the most accurate way of recreating them. Same time, Turbo is hard to control. Huge shot there to the kegs. It's not smoking Lola. Now the smoking one loses its weapon. I mean, Turbo's chassis health isn't looking too hot, but they only have to fight one weapon. And if the kegs lose that weapon, well, they're two kegs. The Turbo flips one of them somehow. And the game hated that the weapon came off of the second kegs. And now this fight is just Turbo hoping the kegs die. Trying to just remove the wheels and stuff off of the kegs. And you gotta applaud them, the kegs. Because they did a bit of damage to Turbo, but we all do deep down that the only way they're gonna win at this point is a freaking havoc glitch from that weapon. From one of their weapon motors, and one of the kegs is out of the game. Alright, so he just has to take out one keg, because I'm counting that one as eliminated. At this point, we're going to the judges, but, like, I think we know who's won this.
This match is done.
As the flail spinner Turbo He's most definitely advancing. Alright, back to regular 1v1s as the Mangulator takes on my crappy Tsunami recreate. A lot of these recreates are pretty crap, but we got two pretty bad ones right here. And the Mangulator's pole is attached to their chassis. So we're not even so we can't even see the pole. We can only see the spikes. And Tsunami's flipper can barely lift. Also, the Mangulator, I think it might be my only bot that uses the 4 wheels. And it's a big damage by the Mangulator to an already dead Tsunami. Gets them a match with Terminator. Oh god, that fight is gonna suck. Alright, we got Trolley Rage taking on the El Matador.
Here we go.
He's out. Like, he could technically get out, but I mean... With what? Once I realized I thought up and down were the left and shift keys because I wasn't looking. And they're back. The Matador has somehow done more damage to has done damage to an axe bot. Holy crap! The Matador just launched themselves, but their opponent just removed their wheel and the Matador has like no battery left. The Matador runs out of battery life. Trolley Rage gets a absolute snipe shot on the wheel as the Matador's battery stalls out. Trolley Rage advance. Next up we got the Revolutionist Free Trident.
Here we go.
Trident's got only one strategy. Don't let him hit anything but spike. But your spikes. Who lost a base plate anchor? Who the heck even had an exposed baseplate anchor? You're not even supposed to have those. And Trident does big damage to the Revolutionist. The Revolutionist also removing Tridentate's fronts, both of Tridentate's spikes. But Trident stabs a panel out. The Revolutionist going haywire. Trident can't barely go forward. And now they're weaponless. And I think Trident might be stuck. Trident's stuck no longer. The Revolutionist turned off their weapon. Neither of these bots have any control right now. The Revolutionist. Just has no way of has no way. I mean, neither bot have any way of going near each other, so no one can really get aggression. Like, I'd say the Revolutionist is winning just because Trident has lost all of their weapon, whilst the Revolutionist only lost a tiny bit of it. That, well, yes, did hinder them. At least they didn't lose it! Oh, that was massive. Like, actually. You can't get much bigger than that. They're gonna survive to the judges because the Revolutionists can't knock them out in time. But that right there is enough to send the Revolutionists on through. They were probably gonna go through anyway. Man. Alright, next up we actually got a fight the first fight I'm interested in. And by that I mean I think Thor is gonna get torn to crap or Trimangle is going to bounce around. Or both. Because my Triangle Recreate is an unbalanced piece of crap. Whilst my Thor Recreate is just a piece of crap. Legit, Thor, how crap do you have to be for me to pick Triangle? I mean, you all are seeing what Triangle is doing. They even removed one of Thor's wheels, but honestly... But ignoring the damage capabilities... Triangle Thor has one wheel. If you manage to screw this up, but it's close. Thor almost took out Triangle, but I think we can't excuse the fact that Thor spent half the fight on its back and lost a wheel. Triangle advance. Yeah, it's Thor's hammer. Yeah. It's like Transmaniac, who I completely forgot existed before this tournament. Honestly, kind of funny that a bot with a space and a sea control is fighting a bot with a space and a sea control. They have landed 3 blows on their opponent, and there is 4 shot. This is why Thor's hammer is feared. Right now, who will fight the 4th seed? RA2, who should not be the 4th seed. They're just the 4th seed because of reasons. Here's a fight between Trax and Tiberius. Great, they have opposite tier. Jeez. That is all you need to know.
The match is over.
Alright. Fun time. We get Tracer v Titan. Good God. Who does the basket get destroyed by? Honestly, that hit, it looked like the first hit Tracer came out the worst. The second was all the rest have been pretty even until that one. Mainly because Titan got flipped by the second one. But it was never really fair. Titan just decimating. They get the 30. Alright, next up is Nails v Toe Cutter for the 31 seed. This is to fight T-Bone in round 1. I forgot I never gave Toe Cutter turn controls. I was supposed to give them turn controls. I'd apparently never given them turn controls before this tournament. And I completely forgot that I was supposed to do that. Because who the hell thinks, oh yes, you need to remember to give turn controls to the bot you built over a year ago. Toe Cutter did it. Now next up, and lastly, former champion, Season 2 champion Tombstone, take on Toro. Winner fights T-Rex in round 1. The final fight of the qualifying round right here. Tombstone, that might have been a little too quick. Alright, let's get into the main bracket. Tombstone v T-Rex.
Time to kick this match into gear.
gosh, what a hit by T-Rex! Directly to the weapon of Tombstone and just removes it. Like, I was not expecting T-Rex of all bots to give Tombstone trouble. I mean, T-Rex got flipped, like, almost immediately, and it felt like the fight was over. Like, T-Rex is almost taking complete utter chassis damage. But I don't think you could argue that they're winning this fight, that they're losing this fight. They may be smoking, barely able to drive. But at least they could still do that. A huge shot to end it, as T-Rex leaves a lasting impression and will knock off Tombstone. The group favorite fall to T-Rex. A perfect weapon shot and the 1 seeds advance. Why did I put in them? It's Texas. It's not their fight. It's the other former champion now. As Texas's Twister takes on the Big B. Who is now a middleweight because I had to weight it up so that way it wasn't 20 times too fast. Instead it's only 10 times. And then I learned I had a lightweight version that used the exact same motors that was perfectly fine. That just didn't have the in the name when I did the B group, so you get to see the Big B again later, but actually good. Because the accurate weight class and not too fast. The most fun thing about this Texas Twister is that it's got that kind of unicorn horn. The former champs show the other former champs how to win. As Texas Twister will fight T-Rex in the next round. Next up, Trolley Rage, who got a win over the Matador because the Matador's batteries died and they got a perfect shot on the Matador's wheel. We'll take on Tetamushi. This fight is the most hard to judge fight of this entire tournament. Okay, their weapons work. Tenebushi on the ropes here? Is Trolley Rage about to get another upset victory? The answer. Oh, I thought I was gonna get an answer on that shot. And that was a good shot, but it didn't get the KO. And there they get it. Crawley Rage advance. And we get a fight between a bunch of spikes. Between a bunch of spikes at the end of an invisible pole. And a bunch of versus a bunch of spikes directly attached to a robot. No matter four wheels to save that Battlestar Gator. We'll fight the axe wielding piece of chaos. Except Trax will re-enter the arena after their one flip KO of Tiberius. But I don't think they can repeat as they face TR2. Okay, maybe not. TR2 is facing the wrong way. So my TR2 is slow and bad anyway. But if you're curious, these episodes should get shorter as the series goes along because I have the heats going from most amount of bots to least in my order. And the game is declared Tier 2 mobile because this game is broken. I do not care. Trax advances. That fight was so boring that I didn't even commentate. Alright, I'll do some commentary next fight, next up. And, and honestly, it's like the only fight where I can. It's the Executioner. Taking on Typhoon Destroyer. The lowest seeded bot to guaranteed get a spot. Versus a bot that took the test chassis, a test chassis that came with BattleBots mod, and I put an awesome spinner on it. That win about how I expected it to. Anyway, the good spinners aren't done. And sorry. What is keeping Takeoff alive for this fight? RA2's whack crap logic. So we go in with the butt. The butt idea worked. Alright, next up, Terrapin takes on Twin Paradox, who won their fight because despite losing their weapon because the gap is just that bad. That was fast. Anyway, back to the boring fights. So we've got Toe Cutter, who still has no turning, fighting my personal pick to win this. My personal second pick to win this group. I forgot about Typhoon. Road advance. Alright, next up, Texas Chainsaw Massacre fights the Big Box of Doom. Wahahaha. I legally have to say it that name because it is the big box of doom. Wahahaha. Yes, that it's a real fighting robot that I really built, in this really real game. It has like 30 typhoon teeth on it. And it's literally just the largest size disc with a bunch of steel bars stuck down out of it that alternate 1 and 2 typhoon teeth. It's how a Texas Chainsaw Massacre is out damaging it with those freaking blades. The typhoon teeth were supposed to be good. I was told they were the literal best damaging part of the game. Holy crap. They may have gotten doubled up on damage, but they got the damage where it mattered. Anyway, technically, who I don't even think has a weapon. Fights where are they? The Revolutionists. Fights the Revolutionists, who had a scare against Trident by losing one of their armor panels, but Trident lost both their tracks and all 3 of their spikes. And yeah, Technolise is weaponless. Spirited, they have 2 different size wheels at a right angle. They do. Holy crap. Holy. I'm lining up all of these holy. Like, I'm lining up all these shots, so this is gonna take a while. And alright, Revolutionist went a bit gyroscopic there at the end. They couldn't get destructive KO, but with technically they really weren't gonna get much damage. It was just gonna be chassis destruction. Right now, Turbo coming out for a win over the only cluster bot in this group. Fights the only bot ever, during the only bot to my knowledge, to be 0-7 in its robot combat career. Yep, that's right, it's fighting Terror Turtle. Except it's actually an even fight because Terror Turtle has a Mechavore blade. Did I say even? I meant uneven as all hell. It almost one-shot Turbo. Turbo was down to the yellow on the first hit. Like, this Terror Turtle is scary. Can't wait to see him fight the Revolutionists in the next round. Right now, it gets me sad because we get to watch a miniature version of Sergeant Bash get punted. This is nearing 50 minutes. I should wrap this up. There we go. Yeah, who didn't see that coming? Alright, we got 4 more fights to go. I mean, 3 more fights to go in this round. Instead, this booster takes on the cat. This is also our last fight, featuring no bots from the qualifying round. So I'm pretty sure that this booster has aluminum around them, but I gave them like steel armor, so like that was what the cat needed to try to claw back into this fight, but I think it's a little too late at this point. I think this booster's got their number. I definitely say the cat is losing this fight right now. The cat was one hit from being KO'd. If that doesn't tell you the whole story, I don't know what will. Next up, the Techno Trousers. We'll take on Triangle. So we get an uncontrollable spinner versus 2 punching things. And after something for a wall as a grommet film. This fight couldn't be more weird, and I love it. Holy crap. Oh, crap. Like, Triangle's actually in trouble. Like, sure, Techno Trousers is on the ropes, but now their weapon is just gonna hit the ground. Because the ground stabilizer's gone. Never mind. Definitely didn't help. They were able to hit the ground there, but I think we'll stop after this part, considering how deep we are. But lastly, we get Turtle Roadkill taking on Terror Hurts. My Terror Hurts recreates Hammer, makes them uncontrollable. But man, when I actually can control them, when they actually land a shot, it does big damage. Now is not the time. Gotta take them away. That's so bad. Shut up of whenever there's sporting event on. Anyway, fight's over. That was a close one. I could give it to Turtle Roadkill, but you could argue Terror Hurts as well. But yeah, we'll do the recipe in a later video.